It's Sunday, 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 Sunday. Hi, Margie TV. Margie TV. Hi, Margie TV. Lady Pancakes. Rebel Rocker. Hi, Kim. Hey. Hi, Kim. Hi, Kim. Hi, Kim. I can't say that too long because I don't want my phone to get too hot. Watch out. There's a landmine over there, Ray. Sam went potty over there. She went potty over here somewhere, too. Underneath this crepe myrtle. I need to cut this back. I cut all the berries off today. I really wasn't going to do this today. I just figured after watching the sermon with my mom, ZIVRV vlogs, and he said that don't be judging anybody. So, and I was like, well, I better make his and start hedge trimming this and get it done before it gets too hot. So, and so this is, oh no, not this, no, Ray, why are you playing this stupid song? No, sweater song, no, I hate that song. It's worse. You know, I always did not like REM, but I think REM is much better than the stupid sweater song. So anyways, look, Lady Pancakes, red and black. So yeah, I painted it red and black. I also painted the bottom black. I'm trying to figure out how I should make this. So when I set this in my phone in here, I have to figure out how to make it so you're not going to fall out. So you're bouncing everywhere. I'll slide you back out again. Ooh, watch the lens. Now what I need to do is I need to figure out how to make so that the phone can sit. It's inside, but I mean, if you're leaning it forward, I don't want it to fall out. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Gracia Garcia, huh? So, I put some sunblock on my neck and my nose and my ears. It's 86 today. I've decided that I will try and do little by little. You know what I mean? I'll come in here. I'll work on this. I'll go out there first, work on the hedge trimming, get that done, and then I'll come back in here and work on this thing that I'm making. So you can turn. You can do the little twirl, all the way around. Stand you back straight back up again. Yeah, I have to figure that out. I have to try and figure out how to make that so that the darn thing doesn't do that. See, when you go this way, you're not facing the right direction. You know what I mean? Jilliby. So that's a phone stand. But let me try and carefully pull you back out again. Oh. Fitness with Meg. Yeah. So that's that. I mean, as long as I don't like tip you over, like you don't want to go like that and then have the phone fall out. But I'm trying to figure out how to do that. Now, the reason why I have a wider spot is in case, I've been trying to figure this out, in case I want to go out further, I can do it that way. But I have to find a way to block this side so you don't go like this. Whoa. You know? But that's something I got to work on. So yesterday I did not do any kind of uploads only because nobody watches on your Saturday in Philippines and Hong Kong and Singapore. Nobody's watching at that time. So, oh, shut up. Tweenie, my loves. Hi, Tweenie, my loves. I miss you. So, now I grab the hedge trimmer. I know you don't want to watch me work, so you're not going to have to watch. I just wanted to show you how crazy it is when I have to do the hedge trimming because, you know, a lot of things grow and you're like, man, you need a hedge trim, dude. So that's what I'm going to try and do. And then the rest of the day, I'll probably just chill out and relax. Get it done and get it over with. So All right, hopefully the stupid song is over, and I'll try and figure out how to make this work. Does it look all right so far? You know what I thought about doing also, because I have these things here. See these? I know they're a little funky. That's because it's got glue on it. They used to be glue sticks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this right in here, and I'm going to glue it in there. But I'm going to try, here's the key word, try, and make a hole there and put an eye hook in there. It's either I'm going to do that, or I'm going to find another piece of wood. I don't know, maybe something like this. And I'll put it on the end. See, that's nice. I could do it like that. And drill holes on this side and this side. And I'll slide a dowel inside. That way, whatever piece I have on the top can slip into that thing and hold it in place. Now, see, like I said, this, maybe this piece, I don't know. I'll probably glue that on there. And I'll put my holes in there. And then when you take your dowels, here's an example for a dowel. Not necessarily this one, but then this would slide into that. And then whatever you put on this side, you make a hole. So then the thing would slide inside. I don't know. I have to think about it. I have to think about how I want to do this. May not even need it. I don't know. You tell me. Do you think I need a roof on this? Or do you think I should, think it'll be okay? That darn fly is annoying. That's what I call a dragonfly. Okay, he flew away. But that's it. So tell me what you think. You think that's cool? I know I missed a spot right here. No biggie. I can always paint over. I can paint it, fix it. So yeah, I was thinking black and silver would be cool because you got silver here and then you got the black there. I thought these things. See, I got two more. These things are a little funky, but I finally figured out how to make it work. So if I put that in there like that, it'll be like that, and it'll be painted all silver. And then so I have to think about how I want to do that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna put the eye hooks now. Here I'm telling you about eye hooks. So some of you know what I'm talking about. Some of you do not know what I'm talking about. So I will show you. Now you got different sizes. Now you got the big fat ones, which I don't think I'm going to use. Just put that over on this side. But you see these right here, Margie TV? I thought about using those. Now, if I don't use that, I'm going to do the other plan, which I think the other plan would be much, much better, is make, like I said, you drill your holes into this block of wood. One on the side, one on the left, one on the right. And you glue that on there. And then you slide your dowel into the hole so it fastens in. So that is the plan. I don't know if it's actually going to work. I have to think about on the other side, on this side, when you go to put it in, how should I do about the block? I need to find the block that I'm going to use, which is still a challenge because this is not going to be the roof. I haven't decided whether I should take a piece of plexiglass, because at first I was thinking about doing that, plexiglass. Yes, plexiglass. Okay, take a piece of plexiglass, and you cut it to where you want it, and then you glue your dowels on the side where it's gonna slip inside. Now the downside about this is, my friends, if for some reason I decide I want to take this thing outside, which I don't think I'm going to do, see? Obviously not that big of a piece. But I mean, if I decide to keep it indoors, I could still do that. That's why I have to make sure that this thing can slide out. You know what I mean? It could slide off. I'll figure it out. And then when I finally do, I'll let you know. Maybe I can use a slider. Maybe I might even do that. I don't know. Slider. See these things? This is what I call a slider. I don't know what they're originally called, but I call them a slider. It's a piece of wood. No. I call them sliders because you can put something inside and slide it. So that's what I might end up doing. I might end up like putting a slider on this side and slider on this side. That way it can just slide in and it'll be secured. I might just do that. That's not a bad idea. And if I have to, my friends, I could go smaller. Unfortunately, I only have one of these. And that's not going to work because you need two. No, I don't think that's a long piece, Margie. See, it's too short. Where is Margie TV? I haven't seen you in a long time. So I'm going to go and sweat my balls off. No pun intended. I shouldn't say that right now. After watching a church sermon, I shouldn't be talking that way. No, but I mean, it is hot. It's really hot out, and I need to get this done. I didn't tell Mom I was going to do this. I decided, man, I better do this. I did those, but I should do this one too, don't you think? And I think tomorrow, Rebel Rocker, as long as it doesn't rain, I'll clean out the gutters. Sunny, stormy, meow, 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 meow. Please be patient with me. So, everybody, be patient, be patient. And don't forget, AC/DC. And you know about AC/DC, right? If you play AC/DC in the background, you're not only going to get a copyright, but you're going to get a block. Yes, that's the bad thing. I love listening to AC/DC, but if you play AC/DC when you're doing a vlog, don't do it. Your video will be blocked. Nobody will see it except for you. Just you. And so, yeah, mom ended up calling me this morning, and she said, will you please get up and get yourself going and get Sam outside? I want you to come to church with me. Church, meaning church in her room on her TV. One of the ladies that was singing, I sort of nodded off. But here's the thing. Even if you nod off during a church service, I just pray that God will touch you and hit you while you're sleeping and anoint you and heal you and take care of you, because that's what it did to me. You know, I actually came out here and I put the radio on and I started hearing Metallica. You know, it's you're part of the Lord's service and everything, and then you go and listen to something that's not Christian. Makes you feel a little awkward. I don't know. It's just how it is, you know. Anyways, nice, beautiful sky. So I hope a lot of you understand what I'm saying and you understand what I'm talking about. So, but all right. Well, I'm gonna turn the radio back on and try and get something accomplished for a little while anyway. Get her done, you know. All right, well, you're going to go in the stand for a moment. Get to lean back, stare at the fan. I'm putting the plexiglass on top so I can get an idea on how far it's got to be. Now, the only thing my concern is, if I put the slider on, does that affect the camera? Obviously not. Now, fortunately, this slider is a little loose for this plexiglass. So I'll have to figure out a way to put some balsa wood onto plexiglass to make it a little bit thicker. Balsa wood? This. So if I put a piece of this on top, right, this should be snug. See, it's a little snug, and it should be and it'll slide back and forth. You know, that way you can open it up and close it out, open it up and close it out. You know, that's the idea. That's what I'm gonna try and accomplish. So basically, I need to measure this piece here and figure out. Now, the real challenge is, my friends, real challenge is figuring out where do I glue this on, and I have to have something that this can click onto that. So what I might have to do, which is not what I wanted to do, is I might have to glue something on this side and glue something on this side in order for this slider to sit on top. Catch my drift? Cool. So since this is a long piece, I may end up using it like that and then set it on top. Now, is it going to be a little heavy? It might. It just might be a little bit heavy, but not too much. You know, it's not like you're going to go, yeah, baby, yeah, baby. You're not going to be doing that. It's just going to be sitting there, and you're going to turn it and do your thing. So, all right, well, I'll let you know what I do. Yeah, object is... Uh-oh.